Ever glance at that ingredient list on your go-to snack and think, what are some of these things?
Yeah.
Today we're going to do a deep dive into some common food chemicals.
Right.
And all the surprising places they pop up outside of our pantries.
Exactly.
We're talking about things like dextrose and maltodextrin, even those mysterious natural flavors listed on just about everything.
Yeah.
Get ready to see your food in a whole new light.
I think what's so fascinating is how these chemicals end up in so many different things.
Yeah.
Products and industries you wouldn't even think of.
Right.
Like, they're not just about what your food tastes like or the texture.
Okay, so let's start with dextrose.
Sure.
I see it on tons of food labels, but it's not just a sweetener, right?
No, not really.
Like, what else is going on with that?
So dextrose, it's made from corn.
Okay.
And it's basically the same thing as glucose. You know, the sugar our blood uses for energy.
So is that why people with diabetes sometimes use those little dextrose tablets?
Like it's kind of a quick energy boost.
Exactly.
Okay.
The body knows.
Uh-huh.
It recognizes dextrose as an instant source of energy, which is also why you find it in hospitals.
Wow.
You know, in those IV solutions they use to treat dehydration.
Oh, wow.
It's like a super fast way to get energy
Okay.
straight into your system.
Wow. I never realized that the same thing that's in my sports drink is also being used to help people in medical situations.
Yeah.
That's kind of amazing.
It really is. And even beyond that,
Okay.
dextrose is also a really important ingredient in what's called total parenteral nutrition,
Okay.
or TPN.
Uh-huh.
This is for folks who can't eat or absorb nutrients normally.
Oh, wow.
So it provides all those crucial sugars
Yeah.
that our bodies need to work.
Okay.
Even when eating regular food just isn't an option.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So dextrose is actually like playing a life-saving role for some people.
Yeah.
I'm definitely seeing this simple sugar a little differently now.
Yeah. And it doesn't stop there.
Okay.
I mean, you find dextrose in stuff like bath products and makeup.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Bath products and makeup.
It's super versatile.
I am officially intrigued.
Yeah.
What's dextrose doing in my beauty routine?
Well, in that kind of setting, it acts as what's called a humectant, which basically means it helps attract and hold on to moisture.
Huh.
So it can keep your skin hydrated and make your beauty products feel really nice and smooth.
So the same stuff that gives me an energy boost after a workout
Uh-huh.
is also helping my moisturizer work its magic.
That's right.
Mind blown.
It just goes to show
Yeah.
how much the chemistry in our food is connected to all these other parts of our lives.
Yeah.
But we got to move on to another multitasker,
Okay.
maltodextrin.
All right. Maltodextrin.
Yeah.
I see that one on labels all the time, but I'm never really sure what it actually does.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it a sweetener too?
Not so much. It's actually made from starches,
Okay.
like corn, potato, or wheat.
That have been cooked and broken down. So it's more about texture than taste.
Okay.
It's like a thickener,
Yeah.
a stabilizer, and a filler in processed foods.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So that smooth, creamy consistency in my yogurt, for example,
Yeah.
that could be the maltodextrin.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It helps give that texture we all like in processed foods.
But I've also heard that too much maltodextrin can actually be kind of bad for your gut.
Uh-huh.
Is there any truth to that?
There is some research
Okay.
suggesting that, yeah,
Okay.
maltodextrin can mess with the balance of good bacteria in your gut,
Right.
which can affect your overall health.
Okay.
So, like, lots of things.
Yeah.
Moderation is key.
Good point.
Yeah,
Everything in balance, right?
exactly.
Okay, so we've got these chemicals made from plants,
Right.
but then there are those mysterious natural flavors
Uh-huh.
listed on so many products.
Yeah.
What is the deal with those?
Natural flavor.
Yeah.
They sound so simple,
Yeah.
but they're really quite complex.
Okay, spill the tea. I'm ready to unravel this mystery.
Yeah.
What are natural flavors exactly?
So the FDA,
Okay.
they define them as flavors that come from plants or animal sources.
Okay.
But here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
The process of actually getting those flavors and making them,
Right.
it involves a lot of chemistry.
So it's not as simple as just like squeezing a lemon
All right.
and calling it a day.
It's a little more involved than that.
Okay.
Think of flavor scientists like artists.
Okay.
They use chemistry to make those specific tastes and aromas.
Okay.
They're like the masterminds
Yeah.
behind all the delicious smells and flavors.
Okay, that does make it sound a lot more complicated.
Yeah.
But also really, really interesting.
Right.
Can you give me some examples
Absolutely.
of how they create these natural flavors?
Well, there's this one called amyl acetate.
Okay.
It gives you that classic banana flavor
Oh, yeah.
in candies, baked goods, all sorts of things.
Wait, so that banana flavoring
Yeah,
might not even come from an actual banana.
that's right.
Yeah.
It's the chemical compound that gives bananas their flavor.
Okay.
And scientists have learned how to make it.
Right?
It's still a natural flavor because it's based on something found in nature.
That is pretty wild.
Yeah.
What about that, like, citrusy zinging in my lemonade?
Uh-huh.
Is that another natural flavor
Good question.
that maybe doesn't come directly from a lemon?
You're catching on.
Okay.
So there's one called citral.
Okay.
It's the chemical that gives citrus fruits that zesty flavor.
Okay.
And it's used in tons of drinks and candies to
Yeah.
get that taste.
Okay.
It can be taken from things like lemongrass and oranges, or it can be made synthetically.
Okay.
But either way, it's still considered a natural flavor.
Okay. This is blowing my mind.
I know, right?
So all these chemicals we think of as being in our food are actually in all sorts of unexpected places.
You got it.
It's like they're leading these double lives.
Absolutely. And we've only just scratched the surface here.
Oh, really?
These chemicals have lives way beyond our plates.
Right.
That's what makes them so fascinating.
All right, listeners, I don't know about you, but I am officially hooked.
Me too.
We're about to take this deep dive even deeper
Right.
as we explore some of the unexpected places these chemicals are hiding in plain sight.
Get ready to see your everyday world in a whole new light.
I am
I
dope.
think you are. So remember how we were talking about dextrose being used in hospitals?
Yeah, that was pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Who knew that same stuff that helps my cookies brown is also saving lives?
Right. Pretty incredible.
Yeah.
And it's not just IV solutions either.
Oh, really?
Dextrose is a key ingredient in some medications too.
Oh, yeah. Now that you mention it, I have seen dextrose like listed as an inactive ingredient on medicine bottles.
Yeah.
But I never really thought about what it was doing there.
So in medicines,
What?
dextrose can act as a binder.
Okay.
It helps hold the tablet together.
Okay.
Or sometimes it's used as a filler,
Uh-huh.
just to make sure you get the right amount of medicine.
Huh. So dextrose is helping make sure my pills stay intact
Yeah.
and I'm getting the right dose.
Exactly.
That's pretty important.
It is. It's a subtle but important role that dextrose plays in pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
Speaking of subtle roles,
Yeah.
let's circle back to those natural flavors for a sec.
Okay.
We talked about how they're made,
Yeah.
but there's this whole world of uses for them
Okay.
that go way beyond just food.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Right.
What other secrets are these flavor wizards hiding?
So remember amyl acetate?
Uh-huh.
The chemical that gives us that banana flavor?
Yeah, the one that might not even come from a real banana.
That's the one.
Okay.
Well, believe it or not, amyl acetate is also used in perfumes.
Hold on, perfume. What does a banana scent have to do with perfume?
I know it sounds weird,
Yeah.
but in tiny amounts, amyl acetate can add this fruity, sweet note
Okay.
that blends really well with other scents.
Interesting.
It gives the fragrance a little more complexity
Ah.
and depth.
So these flavor scientists are like perfumers too,
Kind of.
using their knowledge of chemistry to create these amazing sensory experiences.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay.
And it's not just amyl acetate either.
Really?
Lots of other natural flavors have unexpected uses.
Okay, I'm hooked. Give me another example.
All right, let's talk about citral.
Okay?
Remember, it's the chemical that gives us that citrusy zyme
Yeah.
from lemons and oranges.
Oh, yeah, I love that fresh citrus scent.
Yeah. But citral is also a common ingredient in insect repellent.
Wait, so the same stuff that makes my lemonade taste delicious
Yeah.
can also keep mosquitoes away?
Exactly.
Wow.
Citral's known to have insect repelling qualities, which is why it's often used in natural bug sprays.
That is seriously cool.
Pretty neat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these chemicals we usually just think about with food
Right.
are actually out there in all sorts of products we use every day.
Yeah.
It's like they're leading double lives.
And those double lives come from scientists who understand the chemical properties and they're figuring out creative ways to use them.
Yeah.
It's a perfect example of how science is affecting our everyday lives in ways we don't even realize.
Yeah, I'm looking at those ingredient lists in a whole new way.
Yeah.
It's not just about what's healthy or not,
Right.
but understanding like the bigger picture
Yeah.
of how all these chemicals are being used.
Exactly.
Speaking of the bigger picture,
Yeah.
let's bring back maltodextrin.
Okay.
So we know it's used as a thickener in processed foods, but you also mentioned it's used in medications.
Right.
So what's it doing in our medicine cabinets?
So similar to how it's a binder in tablets, maltodextrin can also help to make liquid medicines smooth and consistent.
Okay.
So it stops the active ingredients from separating or clumping together.
So maltodextrin is helping make sure my cough syrup stays mixed up properly.
Exactly. That way you're getting the same dose every time.
Wow, I never would have guessed.
Yeah.
That's something I usually think of with processed food.
Yeah.
Is also helping to make my medicine more effective.
It all comes down to the chemistry.
Yeah.
It just goes to show these seemingly simple ingredients can have a surprisingly wide range of uses.
Yeah, that is surprising.
But there's one more chemical we need to explore.
Okay.
Those mysterious natural flavors still have a few secrets to spill.
Okay, I'm ready for the next chapter in the natural flavors saga.
Right.
What other hidden gems are we going to uncover? So we learned so much about dextrose and maltodextrin and all these unexpected places they pop up.
Yeah.
But I'm ready to get back to those natural flavors.
All right.
What other surprises do they have in store for us?
Well, remember benzaldehyde?
Uh-huh.
It gives us that almond flavor.
Oh, yeah. I love that almond scent.
Well, benzaldehyde isn't just for making things taste like almonds.
Right.
It's also used in making dyes.
Okay.
And even pharmaceuticals.
Wait, dyes?
Yeah.
How does that work?
So benzaldehyde,
Right.
it can be like a building block when they're creating certain dyes.
You okay?
It helps give the dyes their color and makes them more stable.
So the same chemical that's in my almond extract
Right.
could also be in the clothes I'm wearing.
Exact.
That's kind of amazing.
It is.
Okay.
And when it comes to pharmaceuticals,
Yeah.
benzaldehyde is used to make a bunch of different medications, including some antibiotics and antihistamines.
Wow. So that's food, perfume, bug spray, dyes in medicine.
That's right.
That's a pretty impressive resume for one little chemical.
It is. And it just shows how understanding how a chemical works can lead to all sorts of applications.
Yeah.
But it's not just the chemicals themselves that have these unexpected uses.
What else?
The processes they use
Yeah.
to make those natural flavors, those can have wider applications too.
Okay. I'm intrigued. Tell me more about these processes.
So for example,
Okay.
the techniques they use to extract and isolate those flavor compounds from plants are also used to make essential oils.
Oh, essential oils.
Yeah.
So that calming lavender scent I love in my diffuser could actually be connected to the same science?
Yeah, it's all connected.
That creates the flavors in my food.
Exactly.
That's why.
It's all about harnessing the power of nature's chemistry.
That's a great way to put it.
And those same extraction techniques
Yeah.
are also used to make natural food coloring.
So those vibrant colors
Yeah.
in those naturally colored candies I like
Right.
could be from the same science.
Yeah.
That creates those complex flavors.
It all comes back to understanding those chemicals found in nature.
This has been such an eye-opening deep dive.
I agree.
We started with some familiar chemicals on food labels and ended up exploring their roles in everything from medicine to perfume to bug spray.
It's pretty amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
And for our listeners out there,
Yeah.
I hope this has inspired you to take a closer look at those ingredient lists with a little more curiosity.
Absolutely.
You might be surprised at the hidden connections you uncover.
There's a whole world of chemical wonders out there,
That's a great way to put it.
just waiting to be explored.
So until next time,
Yeah.
keep those minds curious and those ingredient lists handy.
We'll be back soon to deep dive into more fascinating topics.
Awesome.
Oh.